Hey yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Eternal 88. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, and hit the subscribe so when I drop a video you get notified. Alright, so YNW Bortlen accepted a plea deal today that could possibly put a nail in the coffin for YNW Melly, y'all. Because YNW Melly obviously didn't want to take no pleas and hasn't. And this case is very, very serious. This is YNW Melly accused of unaliving two of his very close friends, and then YNW Bortlen covering it up. And he pleaded guilty, got a deal, a proffer, they said in the courtroom. I'm going to play the court tape at the end of this video. I don't know if everybody's familiar with this, so I'll just say about 7 years ago, YNW Melly allegedly shot two of his best friends, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser, and YNW Bortlen. And this was in a car that this happened. And YNW Bortlen dropped the two guys off at the hospital. YNW Melly was allegedly picked up by some other rappers or something like that. I'm not too sure how that went. I'm not going to say any names because I don't know for sure, so that's like the gist of it. And they've been fighting ever since. And YNW Bortlen gave in and took the plea. And this right here is YNW Juvie's dad speaking out about the situation. And after this, I'm going to play y'all a clip from Law and Crime Network of YNW Bortlen in court today. Let's get it.
Breaking news. Well. He accepted the plea, y'all. But check this out. His lawyer did a little negotiating, so he didn't get the 16. Well, he got the 16, 10 in, 6 out, or 10 years in, 6 years probation. So he got 2 years. On 10 years, you do 8.5. So he got to do like 6.5 years, and he'll be out on 6 years probation. And I don't know what this means for Melly case going forward, but I think it benefits us or benefits the state. So, and this is exclusive coming from me to you. So you can mark it. The #1 source when it comes to this Melly news. Spoonful of game is always facts over fame. And it's justice for Juvie. And as far as the family of the victims go, we're pretty much cool with it because at the end of the day, he didn't do shit. He didn't really shoot anyone. He just helped with the cover up. So he going up that road, man. So if you know like I know, it ain't even no guarantee he'll come home. That shit is dangerous. And he is a rookie. Never been up the road in his life, man. So it is what it is. Just for Juvie. Keep the family in y'all prayers. I keep y'all posted after 1:30.
So that was Juvie's dad, which is one of the kids that was unalived. And I just want to say rest in peace to both of them. Juvie, Sack Chaser. It's a sad situation, man. I know it was over money, basically, if this is really what happened. And I don't know what's going to happen to YNW Melly. I assume he's going to get fried. Because if this guy is looking at 10 years, well, not looking at, he's doing 10 years. He got sentenced to 10 years. And, well, he actually got sentenced to 10 and then 5, but it got ran together, ran concurrent or whatever. So he's going to do 10. He's giving him credit on the time served. So he'll do like 6 or 7 years or something like that yet. But it's a profit agreement, which means, I'm pretty sure it means that he's going to have to testify, or that he's definitely admitting guilt to this crime and admitting that this crime happened, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And my condolences goes out to the families of the unalived, you know what I'm saying? And this right here is Law and Crime Network, YNW Bortlen in court today, accepting his plea deal. Let's get it.
And it's my understanding that you want to resolve both cases today. Is that correct? Yes. And that resolution is an agreement you've reached with the state, the terms of which are as follows. #1, in the 19 case, you're going to plead no contest to both counts of accessory after the fact. In the 23 case, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 counts as charged. In exchange for that, the state is going to null process, that is, drop the 2 first-degree murder counts. All right, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Yes, sir. What's happening with that?
That would be no problem.
So he's only going to plead to the tampering with a witness in a capital felony, conspiracy to commit tampering and unlawful use of a two-way communication device?
Just the tampering and the unlawful use.
Just count 1 and count 7.
Correct.
State, you're going to null process count 2 and count 5.
Correct, Your Honor.
As it relates only to Mr. Henry.
Correct.
Okay. So Mr. Henry, what it's going to be is 2 counts of accessory after the fact, tampering with a witness in a capital felony, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. In exchange for that, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on the 2 accessory counts as well as the tampering count. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation. In the unlawful use of a two-way communication device, that's a 2nd-degree felony. The maximum exposure.
It's a 3rd degree, Your Honor.
It's the 2nd as charged, I believe. It's a 3rd except as it relates to a capital case, but I'm happy to look it up.
Ours has the 3rd, that's what we discussed, so.
Well, what did you want the negotiated sentence to be for that?
That was just going to be the maximum times 3rd.
5 years? Is that what you want me to do?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so sir, as to that count, it's going to be the adjudication of 5 years in Florida State Prison. So the 2 accessory counts as well as the tampering count, those come with 6 years of reporting probation after the Department of Corrections sentence. I'll give you credit for all the time that you've served in both cases. All of those counts will run concurrently. All those sentences will run concurrently. All counts in all cases, that is at the same time with each other. I'm going to have to impose mandatory court costs. I'm going to order restitution payable to Terry Bagley and payable to Ashley Phillips and reservists to the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of that restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back that restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution hearing. Sir, lastly, and I want to make it very clear on the record, and it's unrelated to this negotiated change of plea, I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. What I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you've negotiated is the deal you've negotiated, and that's the ballgame. Do you understand all that, sir? Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? They've answered all your questions? You're sure that that's what you want to do? Because I want to emphasize, Mr. Henry, and I'm going to do this again at the end of my plea colloquy, whether you resolve the case by way of a negotiated plea or an open plea to me, or you resolve the case by way of a trial, it doesn't matter to me at all. But due to the resources that have been devoted to this case, I have 250 jurors summoned for jury duty starting tomorrow. So I want to be very thorough with you here this afternoon, because if you wake up tomorrow or the next day and you decide you've changed your mind and you want to resolve this case, both cases, by way of a jury trial, that's not going to happen. All right? If you want to have a trial, the trial starts tomorrow. If you want to accept the deal, you can accept the deal today. But there's not going to be any buyer's remorse, in other words, because I've given you plenty of time to think about this, talk to your lawyers about it, talk to your family about it. I talked to you about it last week. Kind of looks like your lawyers probably did something or other to get a better disposition for you as of this afternoon, but this is it today. So understanding all that, you've had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that, that's what you want to do? So, sir, has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you into entering these pleas? If I accept your pleas, there will not be a trial in either one of these cases. Do you understand that? If I accept these pleas, there's a whole bunch of constitutional rights you are giving up. I want to make sure you understand all of those rights. You have the right to maintain your plea of not guilty and have a trial in each case. You have the right to present defenses, to file motions and other pleadings in support of your defense. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have the state prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You have the right to appeal any decisions that I may have made up to this point or any rulings I might make in a future trial. But understanding By entering this negotiated resolution today, you are giving up all of those rights. The matter is going to be resolved today, right now, this afternoon. Is that what you want to do? Are you satisfied with your lawyers? Have you had enough time to speak with them? Have they answered all your questions? Are you satisfied with all the work that they have done for you? Sir, I've got two identical plea forms here entitled Plea of Guilty or No Contest to Criminal Charges in Circuit Court. Each one has your name on the top, your initials on the left-hand side, front and back, and your signature on the back. Did you go over both of these forms? Any questions about what's on either of these forms? And is that your signature on the back of each form?
So let me know what y'all think's gonna happen to YNW Melly. Y'all think YNW Melly, he might be looking at life, you know? That's just the way of it. He might get lucky and be able to strike a little plea deal just because this has been going on for so long. Maybe I can't see him getting anything under 20 years though. I mean, especially in Florida, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess maybe this is something that young people should learn from. This day and age, you cannot get away with no crimes. I don't care how smart you think you are or whatever, especially unaliving somebody. It's almost impossible to get away with. I'm sure people get away with it sometimes, but the majority of times, especially when you're planning it like this situation, allegedly, there's just no way you're going to get away with it, man. So hopefully people can take something from this and learn from it. And also learn that you can't just unalive somebody because things ain't going your way. I'm not saying that he's guilty or that he did it, but one man is admitting guilt in court, so it's really looking that way, to be honest. You know, just keeping it real. If he admitted it, it's putting Melly into a corner where he pretty much is going to have to admit it. Or he'll fight it. And if he fights it, he'll end up getting more time. So hopefully, not hopefully, but maybe he could take a plea deal. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But whole situation, really a sad situation, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Follow me on IG, and we out.